Hi guys, I've got Kimmy Smith here today from the Fit Mummy Project. For those of you that don't know Kimmy or haven't seen her amazing content before, she provides really practical exercises and a program, I guess you could call it, to help mums during not just the pregnancy stage but also the postpartum stage. And I know that there's a lot of questions that often come up during that time. But something I wanted to touch on today was about actually fitting exercise into your busy schedule. I'm sure you've heard it before. We're busy. Some of us are going back to work sooner. We have, siblings at home. And I think for me, I personally always found an excuse not to exercise. I wanted to do everything for everyone else and it just wasn't a priority. So I'd love to know what you say to people like myself that say it's in the too hard basket and how we can, make it a priority.
Yeah, I guess it's so easy in those early days of motherhood to feel almost like a martyr, like you have to do everything for everyone else. But the one thing I've learned is that motherhood is a marathon. Yeah. It's definitely not a sprint. And it's just about setting that foundation or I guess relationship with yourself that you are going to care for your own health and well-being, and that reflects so greatly in how your family is surviving. So my tips for any mother who is looking to incorporate exercise into their day is especially new mums, when you're at home, do it as soon as you put the baby down for a nap.
Oh yeah.
Do it first thing, because once you start on your to-do list, it does not get done.
No.
So if you wake up before the baby, because sometimes babies wake up in the middle of the night and then they actually sleep in a little bit more in the morning. I love first thing in the morning before anything else happens in your day. If that doesn't happen, that first mid-morning nap, then. And all it needs to be is just 15 minutes to 20 minutes of exercise. So all of my workouts are all sort of within that 15 to 25 minute bracket. So you can focus on yourself during that time, and then you can incorporate all the incidental exercise into your day.
Yeah, and I think you're right. That morning, I think if you do commit to doing it, then it sets your whole day off in a different way, doesn't it? I mean, you feel like you've accomplished that, and even if you don't get out of the house because the baby's had a bad day or, has needed you so much, that at least you know that you've done that for yourself.
Yeah, you feel like, sometimes I think you're exhausted whether you exercise or exhausted whether you don't, but at least mentally you've done something for yourself and you feel a bit prouder of yourself in that regard. Yeah,
and I love you posted something recently about 15 minutes to strong, and that kind of that stayed with me all day, because I was like, Emmy, come on, no excuses. That's 15 minutes of your day, and
1% of your day.
Yeah. And doing that, I guess, over time is going to make such a difference.
Yeah.
And would you mix up the types of exercise? Would you?
Definitely mix it up. So I always aim to get 2 to 3 strength sessions in during the week. If you can, try and do pelvic floor core, even 5 minutes every day.
Okay, yeah.
And then I love to incorporate yoga twice a week, not just for the physical benefits, but also for the mental. I find that when I practice yoga, I'm a much better mother. I'm much calmer, less reactive, but also because sometimes women, especially if we're really focused on losing that post or the baby weight, we want to go hard at that HIIT sort of boot camp, and that can often just increase our levels of stress, increase the cortisol. And we're already sleep deprived, we're already in that sort of fright or flight sort of state all the time. So balancing out your HIIT and boot camp and high intensity workouts with yoga is a really nice way to support your nervous system and probably enhance your weight loss efforts if that's something that you're focused on.
And stretching, there's nothing better than giving your body that freedom of movement.
Yeah, we get so tense and tired as mums, and it's true for new mums, but also for women with toddlers. We're still carrying them around, and just the emotional stress, we tend to clench up.
So make sure you sustain it. And I think if you do start small and you do start a bit of a ritual or a routine, then it's just going to follow through to toddlerhood anyway. So it'll become part of your day.
And so many women just tell me that they started off for the physical benefits and they stayed because of the mental. It just makes them feel good. It makes them feel empowered. So
Yeah. So no excuses. Well, I hope you enjoyed Kimmy's tips, and be sure to jump on and take a look through at some of the wonderful articles she shares, and also her very simple workouts. It's 15 minutes and it's so simple. And of course, you'll be very grateful that you dedicated that time to yourself. Thanks so much, Kimmy.
No worries, Emily. Thank you. Thanks, guys.